Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hi. Wow, look at the crowd in tonight. Fabulous looking people we have. Let's see who we've got. We've got Mo, the mighty mod. We've got Mariah. We've got Tammy, Lizanne. Hello, Kathy. Oh, man, this is horrible. Let me go over to YouTube. It might be easier to read. Restream's chat is ridiculous. It really is. All right, where are we? We're live. We're live. Hello, Lydia. Anyone else? SWL. Lizanne. Oh, look, Darcy's in chat. Hello, everyone. I'll try to catch up. I'm using Restream, which is not my usual platform that I stream from, but I've run out of hours because I'm cheap and won't buy the paid version of StreamYard. So we're doing Restream, and it doesn't work. Hello, Janice. So today we have Darcy, the fabulous Darcy.
That's me.
And she's going to show us how to make some wonky houses. I've never made a wonky. So
wonky or whimsical. I'm like, I always say wonky, but I'm like, really whimsical would probably be
whimsical houses. Better. And what did you say we're going to do? A tag? I'm going to pick one. So I've got my
they could either be tags or bookmarks, or I've got I'll do one with the house as the pocket and the roof as a tag that goes inside the pocket.
Yay.
I had that idea. I'm sure somebody else has done it, but I thought about that the other night. I'm like, that would be a fun way to do it. I've just got some digitals here that I bought on Etsy. I'll later I'll look them up so that if any of them are interesting, Diane can put them in the box at some point.
Okay, T, I'll have a look at that after the stream. So I'm going to put Darcy on full screen if I can work out how to do it again.
Oh, you don't want to do that. I've only prepared this much of my table. Oh. You're gonna see the mess. Oh, it's not too bad. You'll see my phone and you'll see a second pile of paper. That's it. It's not too bad. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I can see over there.
What is going on with YouTube? Oh, I'm having great technical fun over here. YouTube's frozen.
Oh
no. Woohoo. Okay, T, I'll have a look at that for sure. For sure. OBS. Okay. Let me write that down before I forget it. What is it? OBS? Is that right?
Yeah, and I forget the one that Mariah uses.
A room full of paper. A room full of paper, and I can't find anything to write.
Right? Well, because you don't want to write on like the paper you like.
All right, I'm going to go back to Restream because that is instant and has no lag, and put you on full screen so you can show us what to do.
See, now you can
go
see
for
the chat there. All right, so like with whimsical or wonky houses, you want to play with like size and angles and whatever is the basic thing. I don't usually measure or anything. I just start cutting. In fact, it'd be easier for me to cut it from the back probably, or you could even use your ruler. Sometimes I'll use my ruler. I'm just going to kind of make this bottom of this house kind of a weird. I'm just going to make it at an angle because why not? That'll make it wonky or whimsical. And then I'm going to find a piece for the roof that will kind of work with it, but not be exactly the same. Ooh, this might work. This little piece of plaid. And then for the roof, I think I want the bottom of my roof to be just like really. I don't pay much attention when I'm doing this kind of stuff. I'm just like, we'll see how it looks when I'm done. So I don't want like a perfect rectangle because that would look like a normal house. And I want not a normal house. I want it wonky and whimsical. Let's turn that over. That might help. So this is at an angle if that's straight. And then I would probably even put the roof at an angle like that. So if I want to make this into a journal card, all I'm going to do is take a piece of writing paper, or well, cardstock will probably be the easiest. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller than my house. So we're getting all technical and measuring. No, we're not measuring. We don't measure here. So I'm just going to.
Don't make me measure.
Don't measure.
Don't make me measure.
Don't make me measure. And I can't talk and look at the thing. So the chat. So if I'm missing anything important, Mo, you can just like message me. Say, hey, Darcy, pay attention. All right, I'm going to need my tag to be taller than my pocket. And I'm going to make it that weird angle too, so it'll slide into the pocket. All right, so I've got my tag base, and I've got, this will be the pocket. And so you can see I've got it a little bit smaller. I probably need it even smaller than that, or it's not going to fit once I glue it onto a page.
It's got to be longer, is that what
Yep, longer so you can glue the roof onto it. It's got to be long enough to glue the roof onto it. And in fact, if you want to like start by trying just a rectangle house instead of an angled house, like I'm doing, you know, being all crazy.
Let's start with the optimal difficulty,
right?
Okay?
Why make it easy? We could make this as hard as possible. All right, here we go. Okay, so you can see sort of that when it goes in the pocket and the pocket's glued around the edges, I still have some room. So I want to have that lined up so that when I put my roof on, I'm just going to, yeah, my son's home. Let's see. I'm going to put it like at a weird angle like that. So I'm going to glue. That's not the glue I wanted, but it's working, so it's acceptable. Just that top part of that tag. If I was using cardstock, it'd be even better, but I'm not, so I might want to back this with something else. Otherwise, that's what it's going to look like.
My roof already.
But it really doesn't matter. I'm in a live. But hi, you can come say hi, but everyone's going to hear you. That's me.
My husband just said bye.
So, and Andrea and Joel Andrea just said hi. So,
and
yeah,
Patrick said bye. Let's see. How will it put out with the wide part at the bottom? How will? I'm not sure what you're asking. Wait. How will it pull out of the head?
See, this is. Oh, okay. So let me find a page to put it on because that's kind of going to be helpful. Let me just grab a piece of tea-dyed paper here, which I buy online because I'm lazy. Also, I'm not able to make just plain tea-dyed paper for some reason. Always very busy when I make it. All right. I should have started this one with just a regular house is what I should have, like square house, which I can do in a minute, but I'm going to just glue this down on the edges. And I'll do another one with like a straight bottom, which will make it easier. And then we could just do the wonky roof. I'm going to come over there a little bit, I think. Is that what I need to do? Okay, my roof is going to be, I'm going to have to cut off my roof to fit on the page. I got a little ambitious. So then this should, I might have to make it, I'm going to have to cut it smaller. You have to cut it small enough, though. That's the thing.
That's just rude.
You know, things wanting to fit in things. It was an idea, but I just hadn't quite worked it out in my head, had I?
Well, I just made a complete journal cover and page inserts last night by the seat of my pants, and threw everyone into turmoil that was trying to craft along with me.
Oh.
What? How did you do that?
So now when I stick it in there, as far as it will go, I just need to make this into a flat top roof. That's all. That's all. We're just gonna take off the top of that roof so that it fits. You could ink your edges or not. So now we have the tag that slides into the house. And you can back that top of that. Oh my goodness. See, ideally it would, but like I said, you might want to start with a straight, not so wonky bottom. It fit a second ago because it's alive. If I was doing this not on screen, it would go perfectly. There we go. So we'll just take off this end too. So there you go. Don't make your roof quite so. Might not want to make your roof quite as big as mine. And I forgot to
go big or go home.
Bring a marker, because one of the things that can make this look whimsical is to outline it with a thick something, with a thick marker or whatever. I'm trying to find a color that I want to use. I'll just use black, I guess. That would be easy. So I'm going to outline. Oops, would have done this before if I had thought of it. You might want to outline it before you put it on your. Do everything I do like after I do it.
No, now she tells me.
Yeah, I'm only learning this because now I'm like seeing where it just goes over the edge of the page. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. But it gives it that more fun doodly look when you do something like outline it with a thick black line. See, if I'd taken that roof off before I did my lines, it would have been better. So loose, fun angles and warped pieces, all those things are fun. I did not
Just
plan
like
ahead well, because I could have taken out some of the ones I'd already made. They're still here somewhere. And then if you wanted to make marks, and if you want to do your door, so like your door could just be one that you draw on there. It could just be a regular door or oval door or any kind of door. And your windows, same.
Hi, Pam.
You could just draw them on there.
Hi,
you just don't want to draw them on there perfectly.
Hi,
Perfection is overrated. Imperfect is more fun. All right, I'm going to do a more straighter bottom of a house to make this more sense. Make it easier for y'all. And of course, your windows and doors, you could draw them on, or you could cut out scraps and use those.
Sense.
Okay, I need to say hi to everybody, don't I? I'm going to say hi to everybody, but I'm not where I can do.
Everyone.
Hi, everyone.
That's some paper.
Look at a good number of people in here. All right, so there's my first attempt. I'll make another one that's maybe a little less.
My roof doesn't sit over top like that. My roof sits level with the. That'll do. Let me show ya.
Yeah, I want to see what you're talking about. We can't see your desk.
Yes, mine's it. No. Yes.
But where is it? Oh, there it is.
Here it is.
I love it.
Here it is. It's wonky. And there you go.
Awesome sauce. See?
But I need a door.
You can cut out a door. You can cut out a door. J'ai a door. I don't think I said that right.
J'ai door.
I just remember from the nanny, she kept thinking
she was telling him.
She kept thinking he was telling her to close the door. J'ai the door. All right, I'm going to use this piece as my tag piece, and then find something else for the house piece and the roof. Well, that might make a cute roof. I'm going to cut out this piece because that might make a cute roof.
Hi, Jenny Roberts Day. Hello, hello. Welcome in. We're making stuff.
We're making wonky, whimsical houses. If you don't do junk journaling, you can use yours as a bookmark. Let's see. And you can also use your masterboards. You could use as your paper if you wanted to. And that would be nice and thick too. Where are my pink papers I was using? I like those. All right, so
that's ready to go into a journal. Look at that.
Get out another piece of paper here so I can figure out how I want my pocket. What if? Always ask yourself what if, and then answer that question to some degree. What if?
To Cindy, no, I haven't finished my 100 cards yet. I am up to 43. And I've still got 4 days to go.
Then
I'm getting there.
Where's that piece I just had? Well, that does not work for me. Let's see. Nope, don't like that. Not everything works the first time you try to do it. What I'm thinking of is you could kind of make a house that is, and I just glue it here and here, and then that can be a tuck spot. That's what I'm thinking. So let me do my outline first. That's what we've learned, do the outline first. We've learned nothing else. One thing we've learned is to do our outline first.
Do the outline, ink it.
Yeah, any inking or outlining you want to do, if you don't want to get it on the paper. I don't think I did this on the last ones I did. I think it makes for a fun, whimsical look to do that.
Absolutely.
Makes them look more cartoonish. That's probably. Carrie has. I will try to link this pink paper in my community post later. Mo, if you want to send me a lightning bolt to remind me, because I can't remember who it was at the moment, but I can look in my Etsy purchases and find it, and then I can put it in my community post, and if I can send it to Diane as well if she wants to put it in the description box. But I do love this paper. I do definitely love that paper. And if you want your house to be a rectangle, you totally can. And then maybe you want your roof to be not a rectangle or square, or it could be a square. It could totally be a square. Let's do that. How tall does my roof needs to be? No taller than that. And any of the plaid papers you see are in my Ko-fi shop, and they are free. I think I want to do kind of a. All right, what's the name of this roof? Gambrel. That one. Yeah, something like that. It's gonna look like a lamp now. But I want to put it at a wonky angle. So let me go ahead and outline it. And then, sorry if you guys hear I have my notifications on my phone, and because I'm not using my phone for my camera, y'all can hear my notifications. Sorry. Blame Eddie. Or Mo, or Mariah. It's one of them. That one was Mo reminding me.
Mo.
I did tell her to do that.
Goodness
All right,
gracious
so
me.
I'm going to put this one on as a tuck.
Eddie, see, it's like
So I like interactive.
It's like, what's the name of that thing? Beetlejuice. You say his name and he appears.
And I'm going to put this one so that this line lines up on that side because I just think that will be fun. And I want to still be able to tuck into that one, so I'm just gonna glue these three sides here up to that. So up to here, up to there, and across the top. Then there's almost like two tuck spots there. And it looks like a lamp until I put on doors and windows. Then it should look more like, let's see, should we use this as a door? Yeah, the door. Y'all can go away, look, feeling beautiful.
And yes, I do have my tongue poking out to do this.
Oh, that's important aspect of it. We could have a huge door. I don't want to cut that down any further than that. Don't know that I need it to be.
All right, I think I'm done. Does it need a chimney?
Oh, chimneys are fun, and you can do fun little straight chimneys, crooked chimneys, chimneys with a little arrow on the top. Get creative with your chimneys.
Need a chimney.
All right, there's a door.
Chimney.
Glue on that door, and then I'll probably add a window to my roof and my house. All right, I think this one's my...
Buried my scissors. Hi,
It's
Carrie.
such a mess.
Hi, Eddie.
So this one I was able to make into a full-on pocket tuck spot thingamajig. So that's fun. The thing is, what I like to do personally is just to have fun with it and see this, and just play. Just keep playing with wonky shapes and whatnot. Maybe take a piece of this game card and make that into a window. And then make it into a
Your
window.
door is perfect.
Oh, thank you. I thought it would be kind of cute. All right, my windows could be smaller, right? And I could cut with scissors, but why? When I've got a ruler that works just nicely. Let's see. Have our window up there.
Exactly.
Do I want to outline my windows? I might. What do we think? Outline the windows with some black, even though they're navy blue? Oh, and I still got to make... Well, the other roof is a little tall probably for... Could do that way. The side window. Did anybody say if I should outline my windows? I might anyway. You need a frame of some sort. Do I have a pink? Is that pink too far off? Well, it might be all right. It's not exactly that, but...
You got to outline your windows.
Whoops. Well, apparently I'm going to just color them a whole other... My wonky... They're very wonkily outlined. Just FYI. Because straight lines are hard.
Okay.
Well,
it's got a chimney.
So glad you love this idea. Outline the windows. Okay. I'm outlining in this peachy, pinky color. Not quite the pink that the background is, but that'll help it stand out a little bit.
I think my door needs a window.
Sometimes they do. So I say use whatever you guys have. If you have Crayola markers, use Crayola markers. If you have Posca pens, use Posca pens. If you just have a regular pen, use a regular pen. Or Biro. You do you. Do what makes you happy. And use what you have. I always say that. Use what you have. Now, I could put
Eating
these
chocolate and
on
watching other people's lives
straight.
is what makes me happy.
I want to put these on a little bit wonky. I know some people that will drive. I mean, my house is already wonky, and I could do them straight. I kind of want to do them straight now. Never mind, I'm doing them straight. I was going to do them wonky, but I changed my mind. Everything else is wonky. My windows and doors are going straight. And I may come
goodness
in
gracious
and out
me. Now it changes the rules in midstream.
mid glue. I like pulled it up and put it back down again. I actually think I'm going to go in with a thinner.
Change the rules.
Trying to find the glue.
Now I've lost my top of my glue.
I'm not even using the glue that I refilled right before that.
I've got to refill my glue.
I refilled my glue, and that's not the first one I grabbed. Where's this? Oh, here it is. I want the small one because I just kind of want to do.
Come on, where's the lid of my glue gone? Seriously.
That is a constant in the craft room is trying to find the cover to your glue.
The pin you took out of it, the bone folder, the pencil.
I'm double outlining my windows.
It's on the floor. Stop looking.
You found it?
Of course, it's on the floor. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch the replay so I can see the chat. I'm missing all the chat, and people are nice and chatty. I love when people are chatty.
Jealous of everyone getting the rain. We've got floods happening in New South Wales at the moment.
I'm glad I missed the thunderstorms.
Bad floods.
They were happening when I was in the grocery store. I need a doorknob. Which side should the doorknob go on? This side, I guess.
It should go on the...
Oh, my gold is upstairs.
Doesn't matter. Linda G.
Oh, here we go. Is there a gold in here? There's silver in here. Silver doorknob. Ooh, Western Maine. My family is up in near Bangor. Carmel is where most of my family is. My brother's in, well, shoot, I can't remember the town. Union. That's where he is. Uniontown. We can't see that. Up in Maine. Well, there's the doorknob, such as it is. But I think it's fun to use like pieces like, like your little pieces like this for doors and windows too, that aren't meant to be doors and windows, but they just kind of are cool and fun and different. So now it's not so much a lampshade anymore. Let's see. And
I'm going to make this into...
And you could, if you've got like book page pictures, like with little characters in them that you want to put in the windows, you could totally do that. I've done that before, and I would show you if I knew where he was, because he's mine. He's not going anywhere. I'll put it on my community page later. It's just a little, it's Toot and Puddle. They're my favorites. All right. The only problem with this is this sticks up too much. I mean, it doesn't want to stay down. So I'm not sure exactly how to fix that other than don't make your roof as long as mine. Oh, that's right. Is anybody going to remind me to do go back in there. Go in there. Never mind. Don't go in there. I don't care. The thing. Chimney. Chimney. Oh, this would be good for a chimney. Okay. So scissors. I am just going to kind of... You could draw it and then cut it. But I find I get a little bit more wonky if I just cut it. So let's see how, I don't really need it quite that long. So there's my, sometimes chimneys have that little, we don't want it to look too much like, I know, Eddie, you want it to look like that, but I don't. Make sure it's all pointy and not rounded. There we go. There is my weird little chimney. I need a new roofing company. No, Eddie, I did not. Unless that's Mo, one of my people. Or maybe I did. If you know, you know. And then also you can go ahead and add mark making to your house if you want to. It just, that's just part of the fun of it. You could start with papers that have mark making, or you could add mark making after the fact. Words are hard. I'm just glad to be here because I wasn't sure. I was not going to cancel, but I was like, this morning when I woke up, I was like, oh my goodness, it hurt a lot.
Oh, I would have panicked.
That's why I wasn't even going to tell you. I was like, hopefully, by the time we go live, I will be fine, and I'm much better than I was this morning.
No. I would have been rocking in the corner. No, she's abandoned me.
Oh yeah, I have to pick on. Well, he's picking on me first. Well, don't worry about Eddie. He can take care of himself. I'm just gluing this bottom part so that I still have my little tuck spot in there. So my chimney is just kind of going wonkily on there. And because I outlined it in black, it just gives it that more cartoony look. And I think I do want to keep track of your needle, lady. I think I do want to add some mark making. I have some turquoise, and I have, who knows what color this is going to end up being because there's some burgundy on here. Anybody want to guess what burgundy and teal are going to make? By the way, these foam stamps, they hold a lot of ink. If you're ever wondering. Although now it's almost a light pink. I could just do that. Oh, shoot, but I just want it on the house, not on the paper. So if you want to do mark making, you might want to do it before you put your papers on there, but but it just adds to it. That little
Jen says your chimney looks like a diner arrow.
Looks like a what?
A diner arrow.
It does look like an arrow. A what? A diner arrow. Yes.
Diner.
Eat here. Yep. Where
can I put this? It needs to go there.
Okay, let's see. Trying to get there. And a little down here. Just little dots here and there, because why not? Man, the stamps hold a lot of ink. Just saying. It is a good thing. Until you want to change colors. Then you're like, wait a minute. All right, we've done straight angle.
I found this piece of book page in my inky papers, and I don't know why it was in that box, but it's covered in fabric.
Oh, cool. You could totally, especially if it's glued down real good, you should be able to use that really well.
It glued down really well, so I've made an envelope out of it, which I'm going to stick down, and I'm still going to put a roof on it. Stick it down on the page as I
almost have to have a piece of a journal page in front of me, or I'm going to make my houses gigantic. So there's the trick. Have your page in front of you if you don't want to make gigantic houses. But if you're making it for a piece to go on your wall, you might want it to be gigantic. All right. I'm going to cut this down. She says she looks over for her ruler.
Thanks, Carrie.
All right, so this one, I've seen somebody else do a house kind of this shape, just kind of doing just almost like a vase. But if you want your sides to be the same, then you can fold it sort of in half and have it be more of the same.
I was just going to tell you off then. I wasn't watching what you were doing, and I heard that noise, and I thought it was you trying to get glue out of the
Nope.
glue bottle.
It's me using Tim Holtz scissors.
thought,
They've got that little
hang
serrated
on,
edge, and you can hear it when you cut because of the serrated edge.
She just filled a glue bottle. What is she doing using the
I'm
empty
adding
one?
my dots now. It's one of my favorite stamps. That one and the open circles. Because why use plain plaid when you can have plaid with polka dots on it?
Exactly.
All right. So all I did was I had a big rectangle and then I just cut wonky around. If you want your sides to be the same, just kind of go like this and then you could do it like that. If you like your sides more samey, same. But I don't. I'm actually going to angle this too, I think. So I'm just going to cut across here and give myself a new bottom without any surgery or anything.
Oh.
And then
like a new
roof.
Front. No, not that didn't sound right.
Hey, that's how we do here. We say things that don't sound right.
Oh, my goodness, that was just not right. I didn't mean to say the front bottom. I meant to say my front boobs. Jeez. Jeez, Louise.
Oh, this could be a whatchamacallit? Chimney. Chimney. It's a little bit straighter. More like an actual chimney. I don't know. Is my house too fat for my roof? Does my house look fat to you?
No, your house looks
fabulous. Jen, and you could also, I've actually made mushroom houses as well, so you could totally do little mushroom fairy houses like this. If you're doing a fairy journal, little fairy houses will be fun. All right. Well, I guess the whole point is for it to not look normal. So I'm going with it. And I'm just gonna. And the reason I'm outlining in the thicker black is just to give it that more cartoony look. You don't have to do that. You do you, boo. What not to ask. Don't ask if you don't want to know. I think
your house is voluptuous.
Hey, my goal when I lose weight is to be pleasingly plump. I have no desire to be skinny. I would be perfectly content with pleasingly plump. Even that goal feels unattainable sometimes. Oh, yes. Thank you, Fiona. I love that. Fat house means you can have a bigger craft room. That's perfect. That thinking is what's going to get you on the gold star list.
Fabulous thinking.
Do you like that? Just got to have it down just a little bit to make it fit. Oh, and then our chimney. Chimney. Oh, our wonky chimney, even more wonky now because can't draw a straight line to save our lives.
Straight lines are overrated.
They are. What I might do though is just come in and cut so that it is a more wonky shape. Use that to my advantage.
Need to put some glue on this edge because it's framed.
I'm going to put this one on like a side pocket because why not? My paper's not super thick. It's 32 pound or 24 pound. It's one of those pounds.
So you told me before we started, you asked me if I needed any glue refilled, and I looked at my glitter glue and I went, no. But did I look at my fabric glue? No. I was not going to use fabric.
So there was not.
It's not in the plan.
So I've left this open on this side so that it can be, I can stick a tag or something in there. This I'm just going to glue on all the way. Actually, could just glue here and here and it'd be like a little secret tuck spot up there to put. I will do that.
Hi, Rhonda.
Anytime I can make a pocket, I'm making a pocket. Just saying. You don't have to make these into pockets. You could just make these as like little tags that go into like a regular pocket. Or you can make them to be a bookmark. You can make them however you want, for whatever purpose you want. Oh, my word. This is my roof. And there's no rules.
I've lost my roof.
The roof.
Where's my
The
roof
roof
gone?
is on fire, which I'm just going to go straight up that.
I've lost it.
Oh, that was a
There's
tuck
my
spot, wasn't it? And I've
There's my
just closed it off with my chimney. Nice. We could still stick a little tag in there.
What?
Doors and windows. Should we do round windows? And should we do like really round windows where I use the punch, or should we do wobbly windows that I don't use a punch for?
Today we're looking through the round window.
I do at the very least, if I do a wobbly window, need to at least draw a circle. I have an idea of my size here. I have to start with something. Do a little one in the roof. Hi, Shannon. I know, you're the first person I've actually said hi to by name. I have a lot of catching up to do if I'm going to say hi to people by name.
Hi, Shannon. Welcome.
Want me to say hi to you by name, you can put a pink or yellow hand in the chat. No, I don't know why I thought that was going to show. And I will say hi to you. Or a green, hi, Mariah. Or a green punch would work too. Just something to get my attention. And I know Marguerite wants me to say hi. So hi, Marguerite. I'm purposefully not cutting these perfectly or drawing them perfectly. Well, I'm not purposefully not drawing them perfectly, the circles. I just don't have the ability to draw circles anymore. I am a little concerned that my black, that's because that was a Sharpie. That's why it would go through. Did it go through? Okay, it did not, so I might be fine.
I'm missing chat here. Go back.
Carrie's cat's name is Cat.
Flower-shaped windows.
All right. Well, these turned out a little weirder than I thought. Let's see. Let's just glue them down. And then we'll outline them. This is kind of a weird hobbit house, isn't it? It's going to have eyes. Ouch. This one. And a door. Should a door. What color door do we want? Let me just do it a normal. Not normal. Well, nothing's normal here. Who do we think we are?
What the heck? Why is this all of a
I
sudden?
think on some of my other ones I even did some like steps down the door. I'm not sure. All right, I made my door a little bit tall. We can make it shorter. Don't know that we need our door quite that wide. Unless Shrek lives there.
I have to edit my house. My house is too fat. Needs editing.
My door is being edited. Hey, the home edit. Still too tall.
Still too tall.
Okay, now they're talking about their pets. We like that. And we're going to pretend that the wallpaper inside the house matches the roof. Ah.
All right, that's cute.
Put a window on the door. Now it looks like a puppy. A weird little puppy. Oh my goodness.
Flowered windows, you reckon? Flowered windows. That would mean cutting some.
I'm going to outline with a thick line, and then I'll do like little window panes with a thinner line. In fact, that small window I also might do with a thinner line.
Needs pink painted paper.
All right, Sandy asks what the name of the journal is that these houses are going into. They're not going into any particular journal. They'll just be journal pages in my stash that will end up in journals somewhere at some point. I mean, I could do a house journal. I wasn't planning on it, but you know, I don't have any journal plans. I just trying to come up with ideas. Hey, if you plan, like, I think these would be cool. Like, if you're like buying a new home and you are making a journal about your home search and whatnot, these would be really fun for that. Or you're making a journal about whatever, traveling, different places you go. Be fun in a travel journal. I don't know. They're just fun. And then, of course, if it's Halloween time, you could totally do little haunted houses. And if it's Christmas time, you could do little gingerbread type houses. There's all kinds of things you could do.
That's a bin.
But I'm just right now, I think I'm just about, you know, find the different shapes that you like. This one was not my favorite one. I need curtains. People are private messaging me that I need curtains. I must have missed it. Let's see. This, I want to do something with that. What do I want to do? I could just do a little silver in there. Just kind of have it be. That's not distracting at all, guys. You could also do shutters. Shutters are always fun. You could find some little scrappy pieces to do shutters. This is not doing what I want it to do. I don't know what I want it to do, but it's not bad.
Coming out of flower is giving me enough trouble. Who said flowered windows? Dawn Marie. That's too big. Let's have a flowered window and a door. Sounds like a plan to me.
We need like a hashtag so that people can like share these on Instagram and we can see them, because I definitely want to see them. So if somebody come up with a hashtag.
Mo's the queen of hashtags. That house is screaming boo.
I'm just gonna
Need some bats hanging from the ceiling, from the roof.
I haven't even used any painty papers. I've just been using my digitals. But there's no right or wrong. You can use what. But people are always asking, what Darcy's domicile? That's a good one. So yeah, if you've made some and you want to share them on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, use that hashtag Darcy's domicile. That'd be funny. Or Darcy's wonky houses. I'll look for either one. I'm looking for the needle right now to put back on my glue. That's my forgot what I was doing.
D&D
I was
wonky.
thinking because I'm like, yeah, I gotta get dye in there
Yay.
too. She's making them. Oh, here it is. Ow. I mean, I have an elastic on my glue too, but I keep forgetting to put the needle in there. Kind of pointless. All right. Here we go. Do around here. And a little doorknob. And shutters. So those little pieces, whoops, that you rip off of your margins on your books, those are great to use for little shutters, right? I think it needs to be even thinner than that.
Man, this has got me concentrating, I tell you. Tongue's out, mouth's closed. That doesn't happen very often.
Makes the time go by fast when you're concentrating like that.
It makes for a boring life.
Nah. I was going to ask you questions and then I keep forgetting. So, how did you get into junk journaling?
Well, that's actually a really long story. I'll try and shorten it. So, when I moved to Hervey Bay, I was looking for something to do besides work, and I came across this shop. It was an arts and crafts supply shop, and they were holding painting lessons. So I took a painting lesson and loved it and ended up selling a lot of paintings. I was quite surprised.
Oh, that's cool.
And eventually I bought the shop. Came up for sale and I bought the shop. So I had the shop for a while and I was painting, and I got into a little bit of mixed media. So I was making mixed media stuff, paintings. And then disaster struck, if you want to put it that way, and a storm took the roof off the shop. And you, being an arts and crafts supply shop, most of the stuff in there is paper. So we lost everything. The shop, people who owned the building took so long to repair the shop, like nearly 7 months, that by the time I got to reopen, people had gone elsewhere.
Right.
You know, they found other places to go, and we struggled, and we ended up having to close the shop. So I don't want to we lost the shop. There was a lot of money tied up in the shop, so we ended up losing our home.
Oh no!
We had to sell. We had to sell our home to stay out of debt, basically. So we had insurance on the shop, but we didn't have loss of income insurance. So we were still paying out all these bills with no income coming in for 7 months.
Wow.
So we ended up losing our house and we moved into a bus. Now, this is where my story comes in. I needed to find a craft because I couldn't have my big easel or my big canvases in the bus. I needed to find a craft that I could incorporate my jewelry making and my art and all that. And I come across junk journaling and journal making. And I thought, well, that's perfect because I can use all my stuff on a smaller scale. So that's how I got into junk journaling.
Like, how did you learn about it? Were you just looking for something or did somebody tell you about it?
I was looking for, my search in YouTube was actually small scale mixed media.
Okay.
So I didn't, because when I used to paint, well, I still paint, but when I was painting all the time, my canvases were 4 foot by 2.5, 3 feet, and they were doors. I'd use old doors as my canvas and things like that. So it was pretty big scale. So I needed small scale mixed media, and I sort of thumbed through a thing, and it was more art journaling that came up, and I didn't want to do that. And then I come across someone was making a mixed media card, and I got more into looking at that because that was really cool. And then I saw these mixed media journals, and it was Jibidneri, if you've ever seen her
Who?
stuff. Um, Jibidneri,
Not heard of that person.
Jibid, Jibidneary. So if you want to go and have a look at her journals are works of art. She sells them for thousands of dollars, and she has a story. She tells a story with her journal while she's flipping through, like it has an actual story to it.
That's cool.
Amazing.
How do you spell that again?
Jibid, Jibidneary.
I will definitely check that out.
Yeah, absolutely amazing journal she makes, and I haven't seen anything from her for a while. She's still doing other stuff, but she hasn't put anything on YouTube for a while. So I need some yellow. Orange will do.
Flip the page over and do it on this side.
She does write her own stories, yes. And she made this mermaid ocean journal, which is what got me hooked, and I made a big mixed media mermaid book.
Cool.
Journal with a box of treasure underneath it. So when you got to the last page was a lid to the box. That's way back in my YouTube history.
Okay, Fiona wants to know if these gloves are hard to work in. For the gloves, it depends on the color you get. It's really weird, but the lighter colors are thicker and less flexible, and the darker colors, like the navy blues and dark grays, seem to be more flexible in the ones that I've gotten so far. I just keep trying different ones until I find ones that are like these I can drive with because they have the little grippy things on them. If they don't have the grippy things, you can't drive with them because it makes your steering wheel way too slippery.
Thanks, Jen.
And I'm not too worried about getting paint
Thanks,
on them
Mom.
because these you get two pair in a pack. So, and I just keep buying more to try them. So, because I'm obsessed.
She's obsessed. So there's a link to Jibidneary if anyone wants to have a look, but not until we're finished. Thank you very much.
I actually want to make
no leaving till we're done. So that's how I got into junk journaling, and then it's just blossomed from there. I found an absolutely fabulous community here. People are just unbelievably kind and welcoming, and which is not always the case on some channels when you visit them. But I've weeded all the not so nice ones out, and I've kept all the really cool and nice ones in, and we have a great community of sharing and caring and all that sort of stuff.
You have your own Facebook page, right?
I do have my own Facebook page, but I'm actually going to delete it because
so don't go there.
When I don't go there, there's nothing on there. I mean, there's old stuff on there when I first started, but there's not a lot of new stuff. I'm going to actually make a new page because the old one, I don't know what I did wrong when I set it up, but it's it seems to be every time I go on there to check something, I have to scroll through hundreds of other people's pages advertising their stuff before I can find something related to my page. So I set it up wrong. Back in the day when I was not as technically challenged, or I was less technically challenged than I am now. But anyway, we'll get there. I have a Instagram and I have YouTube, and I use those mostly anyway.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all the different whatchamacallits. Oh my word. Social media platforms. That's the words I wanted. All right, I'm just gluing the tops and the bottoms of these houses so that it's almost like a belly band. Be able to tuck all kinds of
Thanks for
things in
asking,
there.
Beth. He's feeling okay. He's back at work. We don't go back to the Martyr Hospital. He's got to go and have a pet scan next week to find out where the cancers are, and then we go to the Martyr to find out what course of action. So we're just in limbo at the moment.
Limbo is a hard place to be.
It is. He's not sleeping well, and he's on call 24/7 for the next 2 weeks.
Is this your husband?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so I've made this little fabric pocket that I found in my stash of papers.
Love it.
My house is shrunk, and it is a working pocket.
Oh, that was a good idea to make the house part a pocket. Oh, see, when you start playing, you get ideas. I love that.
So the door is attached to the flappy bit. You can put something in the pocket. And dun, 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 dun. Then the roof comes out as a tag. Or a journaling card. There you go. So that's that one. And that's the one we've made first, the wonky house. I'm loving them. Good idea. Thanks for doing this wonky house with me.
Well, people have been watching the one that I had, like, just some that I had made in a live on Facebook several years ago, like 2021, and people like would see the short of where I showed them and be like, I want to see that. I was like, I need to do that sometime. And there just happened to be someone that said that this week, and I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe that's what I can do.
And here we are, doing it. Thank you.
That roof isn't quite right.
Thanks,
Unless this is 2 houses, then it could be 2 houses.
Now I want to make a row of houses, all different sizes, but straight, not wonky.
All right. Two. Nope, don't like it. Let's see. Maybe on the front one.
So this masterboard that I'm cutting up here, I shouldn't be cutting up because I wanted to copy it first and I forgot to before I started cutting up. It's all scraps of designer metallic paper, embossed gold, what do you call it, foiled papers. Yeah, they're all gold or silver, metallic or embossed. That's pretty cool.
Excuse me, sorry.
Make another one so I can photocopy it, so I can copy it.
You've never made a wonky house, Jenny? Are you making one now? Now's your chance. All it takes is getting loose and not worrying about what it looks like. And if you go off the rails with your outline, what I've been doing is I've just kind of like come in and make that part of the outline. And it just gets a little bit more wonky, which actually I'm going to do it on purpose now because I find that interesting.
Here's a fancy masterboard, Eddie. Fancy. Well, I got this. Let me get the jar and I'll show you. Oh.
There, see? Now it's like a, whatchamacallit, like like a weird witch's hat. Kind of, sort of.
So I got sent these pieces of scraps in a bag, like it was a big bag full of just these offcuts. Don't know if you could use these, but here's a bag of junk. And oh my God, they are the cutest junk ever.
Ooh, fun.
So that's what I made that masterboard out, and I just have to make another one now.
So I don't know if you guys can see that I'm kind of drawing my lines wonky, and they're just coming in and cutting off the part on the other side of that line, just to get even more
Oh,
wonky.
that's clever.
Because I was doing it by accident, so I'm like, I'm going to do it on purpose. It gives me a little bit more organic shape to my roofs.
You weren't meant to bring that to attention that my paper was wonky last night. It wasn't my fault. It was my trimmer. So rude. They take notice of the bad stuff, not the
How
good
dare
stuff.
they?
How dare they?
The audacity.
The nerve of them. I was having to the point where I was ready to swear and throw across the room. It was definitely... Look how cool this paper is. Now, I think this is one that Julie sent me. Focus. Look how cool it is.
It is cool. I never sent you anything, have I? I sent stuff to Australia. I can't remember if I sent stuff to you. I know I've sent stuff to Sue. And maybe the other Diane?
No, I don't think I've had anything from you.
Oh, I should totally send you something. I know I've sent stuff to Sue and Diane, Enchanted Journals. I think I've sent something to.
I have got.
I send stuff to Australia sometimes.
I've got a big pile of Happy Mail to go out. I've just got to sell some stuff and make some money because they're all in America mostly.
Should I do a little portico over my door? I think I might. That's too big though. It needs to be much smaller.
See, now this is the reason why people, even if it's just a flop off or a roll off or whatever, and you send it in Happy Mail, sign the back of it so I know. So this was sent to me a few years ago when PM Artist Studio first started.
Is that?
And I can't remember who sent it to me. So if it's yours, anyone from PM Artist Studio makers, if that's yours, let me know because I'm about to cut it up. It's been in my stash.
She's hoarded it long enough. But we like it if we hoard it for a while or if we use it right away. See, there's really no way to know how much we like something because we're going to hoard it for a while or we're going to use it right away. There's no middle ground.
Correct.
Oh, this could be a cute door, couldn't it?
They look like funky fungus. There's an idea. Can make them into mushrooms.
Yes, mushroom you can totally houses. Do mushroom houses. I've done it before. It's a fun way to go. All right, I'm going to do like I've been doing. This door is not going to be straight. It's going to almost be like a weird little piece of wood or something. To cover on your marker. I'm glad I can still cut with scissors. I'm so glad. I'll be sad when I can't, but hopefully not for a long time.
Jen says, "Oh my God, Darcy, your house's pair looks like it's placed just like Eclipse the Lovers."
All right, I'm doing a little portico. I guess the portico over the door would be above it, wouldn't it? With little. All right, well, this is my door. I'm going to glue down my door. And then I got to put little things on to hold up my steps. Do I need steps? I'm just going to put my door down. Okay, so my portico thing on my door is like way above my door. I don't want it that far up though. And then I need little, I kind of want it to just be, I don't know. Do you guys have a portico on your door?
No, we have verandas.
Let's see. Here.
No porticos.
See, refreshments. Not sure that that's going to be tall enough. Too wide. Either way. Maybe I don't want a little portico. Although I kind of like just the little roof over my door. I just, for some reason, I just like the little roof on my door. I don't care if it makes sense. That's kind of the point. Things don't have to make sense. Nope. I'm going to take the glue off the back of that, though. Because right now, I've got this like as a little, I could tuck something in this way. I could tuck something in from this side, or from this side. It's just all open in the back of that house. It's just a little, whatchamacallit. Oh, man. And they do kind of look like mushrooms. Even this one looks like it. They could be mushrooms or they could be houses. You could just have it be whatever you want it to be. I think I'm going to turn these into mushrooms. How? Well, I'm going to kind of do a little thing on the bottom here. And well, this is probably going to mess it up. It's all right. Still try. Even if you think it's going to mess it up, just try. Or hate it and then do something else with it.
So this was sent to me in 23.
Oh, you got a note on that one, so you'll have an idea of who.
But I don't know the signature. I can't work it out. Is it?
So when you sign
Janice?
it so we can read. Oh, those up.
Joni?
That's all right.
Could be Joni, could be Jamie, could be, I don't know. It's from Michigan, and it was snowing when she sent it to me. There you go. See all these beautiful prints that were sent to me, and there's no names on them. J.M. Kent.
I mean, she does appreciate them, but, we like to remember. We can't remember who sent us stuff. So we like reminders.
I love it. No. And it's just mixed in with my stuff, and I don't know who sent it.
Eventually, I have plans to make a journal out of all the stuff people have sent.
Hi, Gigi.
Mama,
I'm looking for something to make the room of.
All right, we need little windows now, right?
Oh, they're from PM Artist Studio.
Yeah, stamps would make really cute windows. By stamps, I mean stamps. I need some little green stamps.
I like postage stamps.
Stamps would make cute little windows. I just thought of it in my brain. My brain for once in its life. Another one.
Look at that one. What? Sign it, people. Sign them. I've got no memory to remember who made these beautiful prints.
I'm doing wonky windows. in my little fairy gnome type houses. I could have done him upside down. He doesn't have to be upside right.
Maybe they can have orange.
That one says
roofs.
Boston. Look, Eddie. That one says Boston. Oh, this camera sucks for zooming. Anyway, just believe me, it says Boston.
I believe you. I believe you.
I wanted to show Eddie. Actually, probably what made me think of it is there's like little stamps on this paper. Stamps up to a certain point do not have a copyright. I think it was in the 70s when they finally were like, hey, we are copyrighting our stamps. All right, that needs to dry probably before I start adding pen.
I do love PMR Studios stuff too.
Oh, somebody say they like PM artists.
I'm going to put, yeah, Rhonda.
And not just because we have to either.
This is a paid product placement. No, it's not really.
Not, but it could
We just love this.
Hey, we loved it before we were even designers, Rhonda and I. That's just like a perk. Framing out my windows. Sorry, the song is in my head. From the window to the wall. Y'all can finish that yourself. All right, I'm also going to get wonky, and my panes in my windows are not going to be where you would expect them to be.
Expect the unexpected.
I might even do one at an angle, or maybe I'll do the rest at an angle. I did one straight. That's really what it really more amounts to. They're wonky houses. We're going to make it so we can still see Boston. There. Don't want to lose Boston. There we go. There's my wonky windows in my little gnomey house. Gnomey fairy. I don't know who wants to live there. Well, it's like 3 stories, so you could have a craft room on one whole level. This is the craft room here. This whole building right here, that's for crafts. That whole side. But that's what I get when I just like start playing and just start just gluing stuff down and see what happens. That's the kind of stuff I get.
Well, that looks awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody who said something or thought something.
Looks fabulous.
See.
Fabulous, I tell you.
See, I like these little collage pages because then I can have like my houses like totally matchy, which is really, do you really want them all matchy? I don't know.
I'm going to have matchy roofs on mine.
I'm going to cut this over here a little bit and cut this
How does
up
that look?
there. And
what do you think about my matchy roofs?
oh, those are cute. I like your little neighborhood you've got going on there. If you wanted to make just one piece, you just kind of go up the middle and then, figure out your roof. I want my roof to not be perfect, so I'm just gonna do a little sorting hat kind of a roof. I don't know what else to call it.
All right, now I need to try and remember where all these go so I can glue them in.
Now, if I could do things on a smaller scale, then I could do a little neighborhood too. The only reason that Di was able to have that picture of all the houses across is because I made them all into little PNGs and then made a little neighborhood out of them. They were sad pictures before that.
But they were cute.
I made them better, fortunately. I do like that I have the ability to do that.
You do what you have to do to get
Yep.
what you want. That's what I say. This one needs to go.
So this one I just cut in on each side and then cut my roof all out of one piece of paper. It's kind of fun. What about windows and doors? Just take what's left. Like a weird little door.
We speak fluent Taiwanese here, Mariah. You know that.
Right? Oh my goodness. I was trying to type Tuesday night and I was on my iPad and my iPad just thinks I have really heavy-handed fingers apparently. And when I wrote stop at one point, it was STTOOOPP or something lame like that. All right, I'm gonna have a hat.
I have physical, loud fights with my predictive text because it just does not agree with what I'm trying to say.
Trying to think. You could even make like a really wide. I was gonna say you can make a really wide border, and then that did that. And do like little polka dots and whatnot around your edges or lines. I can't draw straight. Just remind me, straight is overrated.
Straight is definitely overrated. The name of the show is Wonky Houses. Come on.
Green. What color looks good with green? And I've got more green. This might be too yellow.
Well, when I'm trying to say something with the F-bomb in it and my predictive text keeps saying duck, then it's on. Fight is on. It's never duck. Never. Goodness. I've made a mistake.
This is why I don't do a lot of doodling videos, because I just stop talking.
Well, you've got me all concentrating now, and I'd go quiet when I'm concentrating.
Well, same here. And I was adding some doodling to my weird house.
They'll just amuse themselves like they usually do.
I think I will. Window to the wall. This house is dark inside.
Need some bats hanging from the eaves.
And the door. This is the door.
It's turned into a Halloween house.
I see you're home. Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Diane says hi. He's ignoring me, which is fine.
He's ignoring me too. How
He might not have heard me.
How rude.
That was rude. Have you seen that reel go through from the musical Death Becomes Her? That
I don't
was
think so.
rude. That was pretty ducking rude.
How did I end up with an extra roof? Oh, no, I don't.
Okay, what's the chat saying?
They're probably saying, look at these two. They're rude. They won't talk to us.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit grinchy too, isn't it? A little grinchy roof. Why do I keep thinking this one's not double ended? I don't know how I feel about the Arteza. I think this one's a little bit more. That one's better. It's more opaque. Come on. I do like the Thule art pens, and I've had them for a few years. And the ones that have been open a while, surprisingly, most of them have not dried out. The only ones that are not good anymore are the ones that I've kind of used up.
Oh,
My
excuse
son's
me.
texting me, I guess, but he's just telling me about work, I think. There we go. The little windows. Hey, using the black marker for the windows wasn't bad. Maybe I'll put a little window in the door. Little eyebrow window. Is that what that's called? I don't remember. Yes, and Thule art. What's nice about them is they come in like better, like more variety of colors. Like I think these are like the earth, and they have like these more muted colors, which I really like. And they also have like some. This one might be earth too. They had like a bunch of flesh ones too, which are so you get a lot, or so I don't know what they are, but they come in sets, and they get all kinds of fun, not super bright, more muted colors like I like to use. Is what I'm trying to say.
Darcy, the flower colour book arrived. Did you see that about the flower book?
Where am I looking?
Karma Creations. Kathy, she said her flower colour book arrived just now. Pretty amazing shipping from Amazon AU to rural Queensland.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Yeah. I don't have I can show the cover real quick. This is what she's talking about. The flower color guide that I used the other day, which I've poked holes out of now, but you know.
Oh, okay. Now I know what she's talking about.
Yep. I used the scraps from Diane. She's in chat if she wants to raise her hand. And made those fun pages. And then somebody would ask me, what journal am I doing? I'm like, I'm not doing a journal. All I did was make pages for future journals. So yeah, these are the pages that I made. Using scraps from the scrap swap from the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. You got to be in the group to do the swap. That's the only thing. But, Diane and I are both in that group. And I usually put anywhere, so you never know where I'm going to end up swapping. Oh, we need a chimney, don't we? We need a chimney. This almost looks like smoke. I wish I could have that coming out somehow. I'm going to take this dark plaid here and make that into a chimney. And outline it. Outlining it is what makes it a little bit more whimsical. totally optional. Yeah, I don't swap every month, but when I do, I usually put anywhere. But I usually get somebody in the US because not everybody everywhere says they want anywhere. Because shipping costs the money.
It does cost a lot of money. I don't do them very often. The last time I did a swap, and it was an ACT, an ATC swap, and it went to Canada, and it cost me $14.90 to send one ATC card.
Wow.
So yes, I don't do them very often. I like to do them. I love to do them, but I don't do them very often.
This was a little tall for a page, but that's okay. It could stick up a little bit. Or if I was doing a document journal, then I could go taller with my house. And if you're new and don't know what a document journal, that's just where you do your pages.
The ginger cat lady needs subscribers. If anyone hasn't subscribed to her, that would be very much appreciated.
Yes, I love the channels that support other channels. See, I could even go taller if I was doing a document style journal. See, so once you get your house done, you could just use it as a tag right on the back, put it in a pocket, or you could put it down as a pocket or a text spot. Do whatever you want. This one I just did out of one paper. But it was collaged in just the right way to be able to do that. All right, let's see. Let's make a tall.
Absolutely, Kathy. We can swap. We do swap. You send me paper and I send you plastic doilies to make paper with. That's swapping.
Okay. I'm going to ink this one, I think. She says, I'm like, if I can find ink and the ink dauber thingamajig. Oh, she's one of these because that's what's there. And yeah, you can even like rip them. I did that with some of my houses I did last time. I just kind of ripped them. This one's ripped and cut. There's no rules. There is no rules on how to do this.
How I like my men ripped.
That took me a second in my brain. The words are upside down. I don't care if the words are upside down. That does well. I could do the house this way if I really cared about the words. I don't care about the words if they're upside down. I will make this into. This is almost a tree now. I will make it into a little tuck spot though. Why am I using this glue? That's not the glue I filled up. About to throw that one across the room.
Did I just pick up that and throw it away? Oh, there it is. Stuck to my finger.
Somebody asked if you are. Oh, were they asking you? It said die. Hold on, where'd it go? Die. Are you selling your extra craft supplies on eBay?
No. Selling them from my house. And I will do a live when I'm ready to sell.
Oh, cool.
And it's probably not going to be open to anywhere but Australia because of the price that it will cost to send it overseas, unless you're willing to pay the postage. That's
totally understandable.
I don't see the point in someone buying a craft supply and then paying more for postage than the craft supply cost. I would not feel good about that.
Trying to make a chimney.
I've got lots of chimneys. They've all got little hats on them.
My chimney's going to come out of here weirdly, and then my roof is going to go up there, because why would it be normal?
All right, we have roofs, we have chimneys. Now we need windows. Do I have any yellow? Do I have any yellow paper in here? That's got to go in the frame. That's a P original signed, Patricia original signed.
Oh, cool. That needs to be in a frame on the wall.
It's going to go in a frame. I'm just keeping it flat. Because we were in the bus for a long time, I didn't have anywhere to hang paintings.
It's safe where it is.
It's safe and flat and dry, yes. So, yeah, there's a lot of new channels. They've just started up. They come in and they support me, come and watch me every time I'm on, which is awesome. And they're just starting to grow their channel. So I really like it when everybody goes over and subs to them and helps them reach their goals. Every, 50 is a goal to new channels.
Oh, yeah.
Or every little bit helps.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago when Cheryl was on here, she got her 500, and that was so exciting. Now I want Diane to get, I forget where you are. I want you to get to 3,000. I think you're like at
2,000. I'm stuck on about 1,800.
Oh, okay. So your next goal is 2,000. Yeah, we got to get you there.
Yep. I'm going to give away a journal when I get there. A whole big journal. Haven't given away a journal for a while. I think when I got to 1,000, I gave away a journal. Come on, there's got to be some yellow in here. Doesn't anybody plate yellow anymore?
When I needed yellow, I had to go make my own yellow. When I was making rainbows, I was like, I need yellow. There's no yellow here anywhere.
There's no yellow.
And now it just looks like he's waving hello. It's a weird thing I did. I was trying to put the chimney down there. It does not really work.
Did you make it, Ginger? Let me have a look. Pam, did you make it to your... Let me see. Please remember to leave it. Blah. Thank you. I can't see. Did you make it to a goal, Pam?
Good night, Diane. The other Diane.
Good night, Diane.
Anybody ever wonder why I say sleep sweet? I always say sleep sweet because that was my older son, Joel, used to watch George of the Jungle all the time. And that's what Brendan Fraser would say is George of the Jungle. Sleep sweet.
Sleep sweet. That's as yellow as I'm going to get. That'll do.
All right, another page. Another dollar. All right, I really like your little line of buildings. I want to do that. I want to. All right. Fastest, easiest way is to scrap. This is a fun way to use up scraps too. So just use scraps.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're going to do like little houses.
Because I've thrown them all out. Hi, honey. Because I've thrown all my scraps out, I'm having to make more scraps. So, but it's making me use up my hoarded papers. So that's.
I'm going to do some tall houses and some short houses. Short people. Good. Kind of the fun thing about when you get like collage papers like this in a kit, you can just kind of tear them up and have a bunch of little coordinating houses. Let's see.
Darcy, may I see your greenhouses?
Let's see. These right here. Is that what we're talking about? Or I had another greenhouse. There's the other one.
Very cool.
There's the other one. So those are the greenhouses. I did them both a little bit differently.
Ginger got to 301. Woohoo! Congratulations,
Yay!
Ginger.
300 would have been like the first one. I was like, I think 100. I guess is like the first big deal. Did you see them, Jenny, when I just showed them? So my chat on my phone is slower than the chat on my computer, so.
Yes.
Just weird.
Was it last night or Wednesday night? The chat in Restream actually froze, and I didn't realise. And over on YouTube, there's all these questions and comments, and it's like.
So you just thought nobody was playing along, huh?
I just thought everyone had gone to sleep and abandoned me.
I'm going to outline these ones.
So I have to keep flipping between the two to make sure.
Well, I have my phone. Well,
I've
got my phone sitting on my computer so I can see. So if I want to say something in chat, I can, for one.
The lag from Restream to YouTube is horrible, though.
Totes. Totes stuff.
So none of these houses are having doors, I've decided. Their doors are on the other side
of the house. We totally, one of our doors is on the side of our house. That's the one we use. But when I put it on for the delivery guy to come to the side door, they hardly ever do. I kind of want to put it there. Your tip depends on if you come to the door I ask you to go to. Don't make me come downstairs.
Don't come to the right door. You get no tip.
All right.
Little box.
I need more house, don't I? It's got to be odd numbers, doesn't it? Some people would say. Some people would say. This one of those houses needs to be nice and tall.
Yes, please. Please hit the like button. I love it when you do that, and I love it even more when you come back and leave a comment or a question. Just question me. It's like, what the hell, Diane? What was that hot mess? That's okay too.
I want a really short house. Short houses matter too.
That's it.
I would talk, but I got this loop of a song in my head that won't stop.
Sing it. Sing it.
I did sing it, but I only know those certain lines, and I can't sing it with the right words right now anyway. All right. We're just going to start gluing. I'm actually going to glue. Yes, I'm just going to glue these down.
Okay, Carrie. Thanks for coming.
Bye,
Bye
Carrie.
for now.
Sleep sweet. Let's see where. There it is. My fingers are getting tired from the precision glues. Moving on to the glue stick for my neighborhood.
I could just keep making them forever.
They are fun,
I'll
aren't
have to
they?
stop it. They are really fun. I'm loving
You
it.
saying we'll have to stop at some
Gonna
point?
have
What?
to. I know. I'm happy to keep going. I don't mind, but other people might. We've been known to go for 3 hours sometimes.
Wow. I missed that one. All right. Here's my houses. Now they all need roofs. Roofs. They each need a roof, so I don't know the right word for that.
Roofs with a V.
I don't even know what time it is. It's almost been 2 hours. All right, what color
Almost.
roofs? Let's see. I could do what I have. I don't know what I have. Not that. That doesn't have. Oh, here we go. I think this might work. Some purpley, pinkish. Not really good. It's good. It might work. We'll make it work.
I kind of wish I had put this on watercolor paper now, but I can put the ink in there. That's okay. Here's my little village.
So cute. I'm working on my village.
Before I go,
it takes a village. It's gonna be a wonky village, but it's gonna be a village.
Thank you, everybody. We made 50 thumbs up on this live. Thanks to Darcy. Come on. Thank you.
And all the people in the chat being all encouraging.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Roof goes there.
Should have been asleep 2 hours ago.
I need the widest one for this house, don't I?
Well, thanks for staying up late to watch us, Tracy. That was fabulous.
We appreciate you guys so much. So much.
In here somewhere. Now, yesterday I bought a dark pen and a light brown pen over to my desk.
But that was yesterday.
And I haven't taken them back. So where is?
Linda says brown. You need some wonky clouds in the sky.
I do. I want a watercolor.
That's why you said you should have done it on watercolor paper. So then you could have done your clouds.
Yeah, I should have done it on watercolor paper. But I will. I might. I don't know. I'll give it a wash with some watercolor. It shouldn't wrinkle up too much. That'll be fine. Then I'll put some wonky clouds in. I was just thinking it needed a little bird sitting on this roof. Possibly. If I could find my light brown pen, I would be very happy.
All right. Kelly uses navy blue Posca pen a lot.
Yes. Stop looking. Found it. Now I can't remember what I wanted to use it for.
Clouds?
Nope.
The pen. Did you want to draw in birds? You mentioned birds earlier, but I don't know why. Does anybody know why she was getting out the pen? Help us.
Why did I need the light brown pen?
Oh, that is just our life now, apparently. I don't remember my mom talking about all this when she was going through perimenopause, but
Yeah,
We
they
didn't
didn't
have
give us the
social
heads
media
up. I
back
think
then.
that's really
That's one
dodgy.
of the best things to come out of social media is we don't feel alone. We know other people are going through similar things.
That's it. They should have given us the heads up what it was going to be like, but
I
no,
mean, I knew there were going to
they
be.
lied to us.
I knew about the the hot flashes. That they were always, on. They're always happy to tell us about those. It's the brain fog and stuff like that. I'm like, no one told us.
Yeah, like not remember why I was looking for this pen.
And then the anxiety, like I don't think my mom realized the anxiety was related to perimenopause. But I remember her having anxiety.
That's a good idea, Kathy. Thank you.
Kathy said.
Look, here's a bird. Let me cut that one out. Cut it out and stick it onto the coloured water paper.
Just having all your roofs the same color is kind of fun. It kind of brings it all together a little.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna keep these up in case I want to do some wonky clouds. Clouds. Okay, I have this
I can.
paper here, which might make nice clouds. Ooh, actually, got these doilies here. Wouldn't they kind of make fun clouds? Kind of, sort of. I don't know. We'll find out. Glue cover.
No,
Scissors. I had scissors. I don't any longer have. The fan's not pointing at me anymore. Oh, that feels nice. Speaking of being hot. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. My son's sugars are high, so alarms go off.
Okay. Tends to that.
He'll have to tend to it. He's 24. He can deal. He can take care of his own sugars. He just needs to get a shot.
Was it in here that I saw the little birds?
And you can see I'm not really trying to perfectly get the outside of this doily. I just want to roughly. I'm not going to worry too much about how perfect it is. And then cut this one out too, and I'll probably cut it into pieces so that.
All right, we're going to go chill for another 8 minutes. And
sounds good to me.
Everyone's dropping off now.
Well, I know it's morning where you are, but it's almost 10 p.m. where I am.
It's almost lunchtime here.
Oh, yeah, you need to get your lunch. I still have to take my nighttime pills. All right,
I will find a bird eventually. It's not the birds that I wanted.
I'm going to cut these little cloudy pieces. I want them to be like little clouds, though. Let's see.
These tea bags would make good clouds. These painted tea bags. I'm going to leave those out. I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to paint some background in on the watercolor paper. Then I'm going to cut some wonky clouds out of these tea bags. They will be cool. Wait, what is going on in chat? I've missed. Yes, Cookie Wookie. It's 3 a.m. where Cookie is.
Oh, yeah.
And she is the best treat ever. She is phenomenal. We love her to pieces. Nieces.
All right, so are we thinking this will be a success or not with these little doily clouds?
I'm going to do.
Not sure. think I want to do. Hope it doesn't go down and reach 70 before YouTube put it back to 59 the very next day. Oh yeah, don't you hate when that happens when you're like, woohoo, I got so this many subscribers, and then YouTube's like, nope, you got them too fast. We got to take some of those away. Hate when YouTube does that, and it does it to everybody. It's not just you. Don't worry. But yeah, that is always a concern. All right. Let's see. When I'm in a want to make wonky clouds, I usually go big, small, big, small, big, small, big, small, big, small, small. I don't know. That's how I usually draw them. Big and wonky. Just helps me to have some lines to kind of follow. I don't follow them exactly. There's a wonky cloud. All right, let's do that with a darker pen so y'all can see what in the world I was just trying to do. Pencil might work. All right, so big, small, big, small, big, maybe even two smalls. Big, small, big, small, big, small, big, small, small. Wonky cloud. In case anybody was wondering what the heck I was talking about. Because I did it with a silver pen and you couldn't see. And I just generally follow those lines I drew. I'm not worried about perfection.
Nobody is worried about perfection here.
Oh, if I click on that, it might stop. So, oh, look at those. Those are coming out kind of cute. These ones I like even better than the what I was trying to do with the doilies, but I'm still going to do this here too. Big, small, big.
Look at me. I'm even unpacked. I've put all my stuff away.
Oh, that needs to go off to the edge there.
You can see my floor behind me from the last 2 lives. I've got crap everywhere.
Oh yeah, I was cleaning stuff off my desk from my last video, which was a couple days ago. And there were still flowers from the video from before that, which was last week. So yeah, no, I'm not judging. For sure and for certain.
Judgy McJudgy.
Not me.
Somehow we'll put some clouds in the sky. Wait, what am I missing?
You are tough, Lizzie. All right, gonna go big there, small, big, small, small, big, small, big, small, small. There we go. Just funny little clouds.
Thanks, Penny.
All right, if you guys don't like watching me cut, then somebody should not have suggested clouds.
One more
so
cloud.
You know
yes,
how to like draw wonky clouds. That was a bonus. Or whimsical clouds, I guess.
There you go. There could be 3. There could be 5. We'll figure that out when we get it on our watercolor paper.
There you go. Get some purple clouds and some white clouds. Should I? Everything else is outlined. I should probably outline the clouds. I need a.
While you're outlining, I'm going to go solo and show them what I've made. Then we'll come back to you. So these are my. Let me just Hold on to your drinks, people. I got to adjust my camera.
So I have to see what you're doing. Oh, your clouds are cute.
All right.
Super cute.
So this is the first one, the wonky house tag with the
Oh, I have to find all mine now.
thingy. I can get placed in a pocket or on glued down onto a page. So that's the first one. The second one was that fabric envelope that I found in my stash that I glued onto the page and made into a house. So it is an envelope thingy. And this opens up and there's your envelope to stick some stuff in. Well, that turned out cute.
Yeah, I like the envelope idea. I gotta do that.
And then there's my village, which we haven't decided. We're going to cut it out, put it on watercolor paper, and then we'll put some clouds on.
That'll be fun.
And the clouds are made out of coloured tea bag.
Oh, that was a good idea.
Tea bag.
Personality. The person.
So there's sheets of. Let me see if I can find one before I go. So they're the sheets of the new tea bags that haven't been used.
Cool.
And they're coloured. Alrighty, that's me. I'm done. I'm finished, except for redo. Thanks for that. That was fun.
I'm so glad. Did anybody else make clouds? I mean, clouds, houses. Who played along? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, who played along and what was the hashtag that we decided on so you can post it on Instagram? Was it hashtag Darcy and Mo's houses or something?
Could be just the letter D and then D-I. D and die.
What about double D wonky houses?
That alludes to something else.
They are wonderful.
Right, so I don't know which one I did first. Let's see. I can kind of put them in order. I did that one first. I'll kind of put them in whatever order. So I tried the pocket thing, but I made it's a little too wonky for it to fit every time. So I have to like force it in there every dang time. But, the concept is cute. Just don't make it too wonky because then your house won't fit in real great. So that was the first one. And then we had the lampshade one with the diner arrow for the roof. That one was fun. That Mo reminded me to find out where I got that digital paper from. And then there's the fat house so we can have extra room for crafting. It's kind of like a little puppy. And then this one where the two houses in love, it looks like.
I love that one.
And I used the stamps for windows and made those wonky lines and everything. This one I just cut out from a piece of collage and then added the roof and used marker for the windows and had another piece from the same collage paper. So this one can go somewhere.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
This one, instead of doing the dark edges, I just inked the edges, and it's just kind of either a wonky mushroom or a wonky house, or it's waving at us though, because I had this weird idea to put the chimney there, so now it's waving at us. And then inspired by Diane, I've got a little neighborhood here too, and I just had some doily pieces that I used for my cloud, like the paper doilies.
Good night, Ree. Thanks for coming.
That were on the digital.
Absolutely.
Which this digital is free in my Ko-fi shop, by the way. Whenever you saw all the plaid kind of business. So yep, that's those. encourage
Awesome.
my viewers to come watch the replay and to subscribe because we want to get, was it 2000 is the next goal, right? Definitely want to get you there. I don't know. Do you guys have a
Yes,
favorite?
that would be
This one might be
fabulous.
my favorite one. I don't know why. I think I just like the colors. But also the two houses in love are kind of cute too. That's what they look like now. They just
They
look
are
like
very.
two houses in love. Thank you guys for
I love my
coming.
little village.
I love your little village. I didn't put windows on my village.
I
That's
love
what's missing. They
it.
didn't look quite complete. Now I know why.
Needs windows. All right. Thanks
Yep.
very much, everyone, for coming. It was another fabulous stream. I love these Thursday streams. They're so much fun. I learned something. Everybody learns something new. We're getting down to the last 5 people on my list, so we're going to need to draft some more people to do these. Next week we have.
Mariah.
Sorry,
Next
we
week.
have Mariah.
I know who's next week.
I've got a lot going on. So yes, next week's Mariah.
That's the only week I know.
She hasn't got back to me to tell me what we're making yet, so I can do the thumbnail. So hint, hint. Send me a message. And the week after that is Tracy from Not Afraid of Colour. So we're booked up until the 26th of June, and after that, look, it's all blank.
Oh, by then more people will be like, "Oh, it doesn't look so hard." It's not that hard. Just if you're thinking you want to do this, just do it. Especially if you have a smaller channel, come do this bigger channel and get more views and more subscribers and let people, get another view of you.
More than happy to have smaller channels come up and do it, and a lot of small channels have done already. So if you want to be craft drafted, just drop me a message. I'm more than happy to voluntold you to come on here. So
consider yourself voluntold. Just tell her when you want to do it.
Yes. Yes. So yes, Mariah.
Thanks for
week.
having me, Diane.
It
was fun.
Wait, what did you say, Mariah? Don't throw me in the deep end here.
What's on or around your desk?
Oh my God, that's everything. You should see around my desk. I could make.
There's a reason that we could show this much.
Exactly. You need to be a little bit more precise than that for me, because there's a lot going on around here.
Oh, maybe that's what she wants to do as her topic.
Yes, that's what I said. She needs to be wind the parameters in just a fraction for me. That would throw me into panic. All right. Anyway, thanks very much, everyone, for coming. Don't forget to give me a
Thanks, everyone.
Don't forget to go over and show Darcy some love for being here. Subscribe to any of the channels that you saw popping up that need numbers. That would be awesome too. Got any questions, pop them down below and I will answer you. And I will see you all next week. Thanks for coming. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.